got that black boy. I say they done got that Julio Foolio boy. I told them they would go get him. Yeah, nah, well, I didn't tell them they would go get him. I just knew they would go get him. Because the boy works hard to get got. Now that boy works hard to get shot on. Man, they shot his foot off last year, give him that pirate nub. He got his foot shot off, ain't supposed to be bouncing around on his birthday. Man, get somewhere and sit down and rest that foot.
So in this video, I'll be exposing Julio Foolio because as most of you guys know, he recently faked his death in the media. And by now, if you've been watching my channel for years, you should already know that all of this stuff is fake. You should already be detached from it so that they don't harvest your energy when they do this type of stuff, because they're just characters on the world stage to promote agendas to you, and this is why they have multiple characters. So before I get into the video, I just want to say that I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for me to drop another video. I haven't posted a new video on here in a month because you guys have to understand that a lot comes with making these videos. Not only is it a lot of work physically, but it's a lot of work spiritually, because the dark entities that are behind these characters have a nasty agenda. And when we expose them, we expose their agenda, and that's not what they want. They want everybody brainwashed and distracted by the media, because if you're always on the media and you believe everything you see on there, you're completely mind controlled and you're under their spell. So when we come on here and expose them, we break the spell for those who don't want to be under their mind control anymore. And they don't like that, so what they do is they attack us spiritually. You know, a lot of people think that they're physical, and people say stuff like, oh, they're gonna get you, but they cannot harm us physically. They can only send their nasty energy and do spiritual attacks, and it adds up, you know what I mean? A lot comes with making these videos. A lot of you guys don't know that, but when me and Devon Sade expose these celebrities, we're exposing the dark entities behind them, and those dark entities do attack us spiritually because we're in a spiritual war, and the war is for your soul. This is a deeper topic that I'll get into more on Patreon, but I just wanted to let you guys know about that because making this type of content comes with a lot of attacks, and even though we are more powerful than they are, but it's still very tiring, and that's why I decided to take a break. But I'm back now, and I'm going to be dropping a lot more videos because these demonic entities need to be exposed. Also, make sure you follow me on Instagram and Facebook. I've been posting daily over there, so whenever you guys see me take a break on YouTube, I'm still posting on Instagram and Facebook, so you guys can find me over there. The links are in the description. Also, subscribe to my Patreon for more content as well. The link's also in the description. So now let's get into the video. So I've known about this one for a couple years now. I just never got around to making a video about it. But as you guys can see, Julio Foolio is obviously Denzel Curry. I mean, these two characters look exactly alike. Right here, they're doing the same pose. And in this comparison right here, you can really see that they have the same exact eyes and a similar nose. So this one is very easy to see. Right here, you can really see their resemblance again, especially in their eyes, man. The eyes never lie. And right here, you can see that they have a similar smile. So this one's just very obvious. And a lot of you guys have actually told me about this one a few years ago when I first started making these videos. So shout out to everybody that let me know about it. And right here, they look identical, man. And again, they have the same smile. And of course, Julio Foolio is doing the one-eye symbolism along with the 666. Now let's get into all of the connections because both of these characters have so much in common. So the first connection is that Julio Foolio is from Florida, and Denzel Curry is also from Florida, even though Denzel Curry is from Miami Gardens and Julio Foolio is from Jacksonville. But regardless, they're both from Florida, so that's a big connection right there. Another connection is that both of their stage names are 11 letters in total. Julio is 5 letters, Foolio is 6 letters, which adds up to 11. And then Denzel is 6 letters and Curry is 5 letters, which adds up to 11 as well. And I found this old tweet from 2013 where Denzel Curry was tweeting somebody called Foolio Jones. And I clicked on the account, but it doesn't exist anymore. But the more I think about it, this is directly Julio Foolio because his last name is Jones. And I'll get to that later. So he was directly tweeting Julio Foolio in 2013. So that's a huge connection as well. And Denzel Curry's Instagram name is Denzel Curry PH. And I bring this up because sometimes if their real names don't match up, their social media names do. And that's what happened in this case. As you can see, Julio Foolio and Denzel Curry PH have the same exact gematria in the same cipher. They both equal 59 in the reverse reduction cipher. And keep in mind their social media names are never by coincidence. You know, why doesn't he just have his name as Denzel Curry, especially considering how long he's been famous? But he purposely kept the PH in there so that it can match up with his other character. Julio Foolio's real name is Charles Jones. Charles Jones has the same gematria as Denzel Curry in the Chaldean cipher. As you can see, they both equal 43. And another gematria connection is the fact that Julio matches up with Curry. As you can see, they both equal 32 in the reverse reduction cipher again. And when you look at Julio Foolio's name on Instagram, it says ESPN 98 on the bottom left corner. And again, everything they do is purposely done because his name on Instagram matches up with Denzel Curry's real name, which is Denzel Ray Don Curry. As you can see, ESPN 98 matches up with Denzel Curry's full name with the number 143 in the same two ciphers. Another connection is that Denzel Curry was born in 1995 and Julio Foolio equals 59, which is 95 in reverse. And Foolio's birthday is June 21st and Curry equals 21 in gematria. So they're both connected in so many different ways. Another connection is that Julio Foolio died while celebrating his birthday on June 22nd. As you can see, the post he made promoting this has the date at the top that says June 22nd. And I bring this up because June 22nd, 2024 has a numerology of 16 and Denzel Curry was born on February 16. Another connection is XXXTentacion. As you can see, Denzel Curry has all these pictures with XXXTentacion. And this is a huge connection because not only is he surrounded by this death faker, and now his other character is a death faker, but this also connects to Foolio's birthday directly because X died on June 18th. And Foolio's birthday is 3 days later on June 21st. And then he ended up faking his death 5 days after X's death. So he's very connected to X, just like Denzel Curry. And the X connection extends even further. But before I get into that, I have to explain this situation. So Julio Foolio and Youngin Ace have been beefing for years. And as you can see, Youngin Ace released a new music video called Do It right after Julio Foolio's murder. And he even rapped about him being shot, which doesn't make any sense because he posted this music video the same day that Julio Foolio died. As you can see, Foolio's date of death is June 23rd, and Youngin Ace dropped his music video on June 23rd, which is completely impossible because how would he know that this would happen? This shows that everything is scripted. They purposely had this Youngin Ace character scripted to drop this music video on this certain day because they already knew that they were going to fake Julio Foolio's death on that same date. Because you guys have to keep in mind, none of this is a coincidence because they have everything scripted years before they even do it. So now let's move on with the connection. So in case you guys didn't know, I exposed Youngin Ace 2 years ago because his other character is Fredo Bang. And this is a huge connection because Fredo Bang has this picture with XXXTentacion on his shirt. And he's doing the same symbolism as him as well. And you guys can go watch my videos about X if you haven't. The link's in the description. So now that you guys know that Fredo Bang is Youngin Ace and Youngin Ace has beef with Julio Foolio, then why is Julio Foolio with Fredo Bang? Do you guys see what they're doing here? They're purposely showing you that their beef is completely fake and it's all for the media and to keep you distracted and keep you under their spell. Because Julio Foolio is hanging out with Youngin Ace's other character and he knows who he is. You know what I'm saying? I don't like when people try to say that they don't know what's going on when it's so obvious that they know what's going on. This is why they always respond to us and they get mad and all that stuff because they already know that what they're doing is magic and they're casting a spell on everybody that isn't aware of that. So if you guys are interested in my Fredo Bang and Youngin Ace video, the link to that video is in the description. Another connection I noticed between these characters is the fact that they throw up the same hand symbolism. So right here you can see that Julio Foolio is throwing up 2 3s, which is 33, and masonry is 33. And then right here we see Denzel Curry throwing up 2 3s as well for the number 33. And then right here Julio Foolio is doing 1-eye symbolism along with the 666. And then Denzel Curry is doing 1-eye symbolism. And he does 1-eye symbolism a lot. Here he is doing it again. And right here he's doing it again. And when they do this, they're letting you know that they're blocking your third eye. Because like I've said before, these are dark entities behind these characters. And they do so much magic on the viewers. You know, and if you're not aware of this stuff, then you fall for their spell. But once you know about the symbolism and you know that they're evil and fake, then this stuff can't affect you. So this is why it's very important to not be fans of these people, because all of their fans ignore all of the one-eye symbolism and all the other symbolism that they do. So right here we can see that Julio Foolio is doing the 666 and the one-eye symbolism with Adin Ross. And I've exposed Adin Ross before. You guys can go watch that video. The link's in the description. But the main reason I wanted to show this picture is because Adin Ross is wearing a Pop Smoke shirt, and Pop Smoke is a death faker, and he's standing next to Julio Foolio, who is now a death faker. And on top of that, Julio is wearing this California shirt, and it's in the same font as Coca-Cola. And you guys should already know that there's so many death fakers connected to Coca-Cola. Here's a collage that Divine Sade made of a few that promoted Coke before they died. So Left Eye promoted Coca-Cola, Tupac, Michael Jackson, Selena, Elvis, Marilyn Monroe, Nipsey Hussle, Eazy-E, and so many more. And Coca-Cola's initials are CC, which is 33. Here's some more proof that Julio Foolio's death was staged, because he did predictive programming in 2023. On October 10, 2023, he got shot in his leg, and he trolled his shooter, and he said all this money on his head, he's supposed to been dead. And I remember seeing this in 2023 and thinking that this character might fake his death, because every time they do stuff like this, it's always predictive programming. You know, why is he saying that he's supposed to been dead? So he already let you know that he was gonna die, or that his character was going to die, because we already know that these entities don't die, they just transfer to another character. And keep in mind, this was only 8 months before he actually faked his death, so this was very recent. And here we see him with a brace on his leg, and he's doing the 666 hand symbolism. And here's some more predictive programming that he did. So on one of his last stories before he died, he made this one-eye symbolism post, and he put a blood emoji on his eye. So he's letting you know that he's about to die. And ironically, a few hours after he posted this, he ended up dying. So it was all scripted. And this reminds me of Denzel Curry, because he has so many songs talking about how he wants to die and he's gonna die. And in his biggest music video, Clout Cobain, he literally points a gun to his head. And I had to mute what I said right there because I'm not sure if they allow me to say that type of stuff, but you guys already know what I'm saying. He took himself off the world stage in this music video, which is very symbolic to his other character faking his death. And Denzel Curry is a very demonic character. He has this other song called Black Balloons, and we already know that there's some dark meaning behind this. But the mainstream meaning behind this is that many people use a black balloon to raise awareness about overdose deaths. So black balloons are symbolic to death, which is a huge connection because his other character faked his death. And there has to be a darker reason behind why they use the black balloons. In my opinion, I think they're letting us know that they're dark entities, because right here he has blackface and his eyes are completely white like a demon, and he has the black balloons in the back. So whenever you see the black balloons, it's very symbolic to that character being very demonic. So don't trust anybody that you see promoting the black balloons. Now let's get into all of the scripting with Julio Foolio's death, because his death was completely fake and scripted by the numbers. As always, everything they do is by the numbers, because every ritual that they do has sorcery behind it. And numbers are one way to conduct a ritual. So he has the number 6 tatted on his neck. And ironically, he died in the 6th month of the year, which is June. And the weirdest thing about this character's death is that it reminds me of Matthew Perry's death, because they both died during a full moon. And we already know that they use the moon to do rituals. So the full moon happened on June 21st, 2024, and it was called a strawberry moon. And he died on the night of June 22nd, even though it crossed over to June 23rd. But the full moon lasts for 2 to 3 days. So this was all for a full moon ritual. And the moon has to do with emotions. So this is why they also do it during a full moon, to get people emotional and harvest their energy. So Foolio fake died on a full moon. And if you notice, Foolio equals 36, fake died equals 36, and full moon equals 36 in the same cipher. And then Foolio and false death also equal 36 in the same cipher. And he was celebrating his birthday on June 22nd, 2024, which has a numerology of 36. So what are the chances of all of this, you guys? There's no way this can all be a coincidence. Keep in mind, he was celebrating his birthday on June 22nd, and his name Julio equals 22, and he died that night, and died also equals 22. And Julio and died match up in 2 other ciphers as well. They both equal 68 and 86, and 32 and 23, which are the same numbers reversed. And then Julio Foolio and staged killing have the same gematria of 58 in the reduction cipher. And then Julio Foolio and staged death also share the same gematria of 59. And then Foolio died at age 26, and Florida equals 26, and he was born and died in Florida. There's just too many connections here to be a coincidence. And he's a Florida rapper that was killed, and Florida, rapper, and killing all have the same gematria of 38 in the reduction cipher. And then he's from Jacksonville, Florida, and Jacksonville equals 43 in the same cipher as Death Faker. And then his real name is Charles Jones, which equals 48, just like Fake Murder, which also equals 48 in the reduction cipher. And then his real name, Charles Jones, equals 48, just like Illuminati, Moon Ritual, and Moon Child. And he died during this Moon Ritual. And I find it interesting that he matches up with Moon Child because he was born on a full moon. Like I showed you guys earlier, the full moon is always on the 21st. So he connects to Moon Ritual and Moon Child because his birthday is on June 21st, which is the full moon. And then he celebrated his birthday the next day on June 22nd, and he faked his death that night for the Moon Ritual. So this is why he matches up with Moon Ritual and Moon Child, because he was literally born on a full moon. Then we see that Julio Foolio was killed at a Holiday Inn in Florida, and Holiday Inn equals 666 in the Sumerian cipher. And I found this video from his Triller that he posted on Instagram, and his username on Triller is Foolio666. So this was all scripted. And keep in mind, he was celebrating his birthday, which could be considered a holiday, and he was killed at Holiday Inn. So I find it interesting that holiday and killing have the same gematria of 74, 38, 115, and 43 and 34. So here's some more pictures of Julio Foolio doing symbolism. And then here we see Denzel Curry doing symbolism. They always do this symbolism to let you know that they're involved with a secret society that is deceiving you. And they all do the same symbolism, man. It never changes. Right here you can see they're both doing the 666. And Denzel Curry is a very strange character. He has this music video where he's doing whiteface. And in this video he shows that all rappers and celebrities are just puppets. And the puppet master was a white man. So he let you know in plain sight with this music video. And it gets even deeper than that, because their agenda is to turn every melanated person white. And that's what They Clone Tyrone was actually about. If you guys watch that movie, at the very end, he admitted that his final agenda was to turn all melanated people white. And this is why they all promote for melanated people to mix with white people. And this is why they have stripped melanated people away from everything that we used to do. So right here you can see that Denzel Curry is further admitting this with this post where he's dressed like a white man and he has blonde hair and he's even wearing a white shirt. And he has these lyrics where he says deities and darkness meeting at his dinner table. So he's letting you know that there's dark deities behind his character. And in the Black Balloons music video, he actually shows himself selling his soul to the demonic white man. This is why they all do this symbolism. And right here he's doing the 44, and kill equals 44 in gematria, and his other character was killed. The last thing I want to talk about is the fact that Julio Foolio has so many pictures with these weapons, right? And I had to censor the weapons because I can't show that stuff on here. But I bring this up because the energy you put out, you will receive. So by him putting out all of this violent energy on social media, he's inviting that same type of energy to come back to him. So this is why what you post on social media is very important, and what you do in general is very important. You know, having all of these weapons only attracts that same type of energy. So that's what they showed with this character, because even though he's fake, they're still promoting something to you. And this character was promoting for people to post their weapons online and attract that energy. And this is a foolish thing to do, because by posting this stuff, you're obviously going to end up attracting somebody who kills you with the same type of weapons. And that's exactly what happened. So his character was very foolish, and that's why his name is Julio Foolio. You know, it's all in plain sight. And then he has this picture where he's standing on top of this Miami police car, which is symbolically letting you know he's with the system. You know, he is on the same side as the system that enslaves us, because police are just slave patrol. You know, they had the same job during slavery. And ironically, it's a Miami police car, and his other character is from Miami Gardens. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you guys so much for supporting me and my channel while I've been away. You know, I will be dropping a lot more videos very soon, so stay tuned for that. Thank you guys so much for your support. Be sure to drop a like, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications, subscribe to my Patreon, and follow me on Instagram and Facebook. All of my links are in the description.